They're too tight.
The sound of plastic on plastic.
Too tight.
The sound of his own voice. For Ellis Robertson, those sounds would be faint without an aid.
When people see Ellis, that they just assume he is deaf. I don't blame them because I didn't really give it much thought either.
Monica Robertson and her husband Nate are parents of 3. 6-year-old Ada, 4-year-old Levi, and 18-month-old Ellis.
They said mild hearing loss, so I was thinking, oh, okay, so like what, we'll deal with that when he goes to preschool? I don't know. But then they said, no, we'll actually have all the local schools for the deaf. We'll be calling you tomorrow.
Robertson says her son's hearing loss won't get worse over time. And thankfully, he hasn't had to deal with what others have.
For a while, we did have some devices that could not be ordered because there was a manufacturer issue.
Rachel Shepperly is Ellis's audiologist. While Ellis's actual hearing aids were available, it was the required accessories they couldn't get their hands on. The microphones, the speakers, even the chargers were few and far between. But that's not all.
We have had some delays with the ear molds.
Infants and toddlers can require a new mold as often as every few months. A delay means there's a good chance the new mold won't fit anymore. That means the device won't fit like it should, affecting the overall hearing and creating delays. Like so many other organizations, St. Joseph Institute for the Deaf
It's time to go and play today.
tried to soften the burden on parents as best they could.
Fortunately, we do have a loaner bank here, so we had hearing aids donated by various individuals.
Hey, Katie, can you turn the sound off on the vehicles?
In some parts of the country, parents battled a different struggle.
About 84% of the families at baseline reported really significant interruptions to their child's services.
Tina Stutz studied 100 families with hearing impaired children in the state of Kentucky. While in-person preschool was closed only for a short time, schools like St. Joseph's provided laptops and hotspots to families so therapy appointments wouldn't be missed.
The concern is to make sure that the early intervention is in place so we're not seeing these delays.
But in rural Kentucky, parents unaware of the services were not as lucky.
The glitches of an unstable internet connection mean that that's really, really hard to follow and was very frustrating for a lot of kids.
Which means a lot of missed therapy sessions that are so crucial to the child's development. About 2 to 3 out of every 1,000 children in the U.S. are born with a detectable level of hearing loss in one or both ears.
Tell us what you're making. Bless you.
As a whole, I feel like these families have been left behind for the last couple of years and are rarely at the forefront of school administrators' minds.
Stutz says time will tell over the next couple of years just how COVID affected the development of these children.
It's a whole mood.
Yet despite the challenges, parents like Monica are ready for whatever is thrown at them.
He's telling you he wants space.
My hope for him, and something that we pray with him almost every night, is that he would be confident in who he is and not embarrassed, not ashamed of his hearing loss, but proud of it, that, you know, that's how God made him.
I'm Dan Grossman.